Tell me, what are we celebrating? You guys, this is our 4th week. Tell me what has changed for you so far. We're on our 90-day mission here. So what's new? What have you done different? What are the results you're getting? What have you set up?
I started utilizing the video technique.
Yeah?
So that's been working pretty well.
So tell me more about that. What do you mean by that?
Just by having the prospect watch a video beforehand, before even talking about it.
And so you're getting better results with that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's really good posture.
Yeah, I went through all the videos today and kind of picked out the ones that I thought that like really related to me and where I'm coming from. So yeah, that helped.
Perfect. That's the way to do it. Yeah, everybody always asks me, what's the right video? I'm like, the one you like.
Yeah.
And that can change, for me, like the wind. So
yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else? Great job, Adam.
Hey.
Oh, Kayla's on.
Text blitzing today.
Hi. Go ahead, Shannon.
I did some text blitzing today for the Shred 10 and asked them if they wanted to watch the video, and I'm getting unreal, like fabulous responses from them.
Yes!
Yay!
Way to go!
Yeah, I can't even keep up.
That's really fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just, when that happens, put the pedal to the metal when you get that kind of momentum. And we go through yes phases and we go through no phases. So sometimes we've got the magic touch, and sometimes we go through a spell, and that just means keep going because it'll come back around for you. So great job.
Thanks.
Anybody else want to share?
I'm starting to organize my time. So, yep, just organized my Monday night. So I'm free Monday nights now for this call, and I'm trying to organize my other job so I can have Sundays open. So hopefully I can do more events and like outreach and stuff on Sundays, because that would be probably the best day for me right now.
Fantastic. Great job. I know that's been a challenge for you, so I give you applause for that.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
Huge.
Okay, anybody else? What have you changed so far? Remember, this is all about getting into action. We've got enough training. You guys don't need to be training junkies. We want to have you be successful junkies. Be addicted to success. Anybody set up an event? Anybody have any events?
Shannon and Christy were like master event holders last week. I think I did 3 or 4, 5 events with them. So they did a great job of doing that. So,
tell me more about that. What happened? Did you get some orders?
No,
Yes.
I did not, but Shannon did, so I was there to support her.
Awesome.
That's good.
I have quite a few people come into our Valerie Miles event, though, so I'm pretty excited about that.
That's great. Okay, whoever's got a guy talking in the background, you might want to mute.
Yeah, she said I wouldn't see her for the.
Because that's all I can hear. I can hear the whole thing. Okay, thanks. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else get any orders, or anybody add some new team members?
I had an order for
Awesome.
Tower Garden.
Wow, Vicki, that's great.
Yeah, I was really excited about it.
Okay, good. So how are you guys feeling about, I think most of you I've done a call with. If not, we need to get that scheduled still. I leave on Sunday, and I've got Dr. Valerie Miles coming in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at my house. So I've got time to get the last of the stragglers to get that done. But I'd love to do that to make sure we're, getting a plan that's working for you. Are you guys putting your plans into place? Are you guys working on that now that you've got it? Was that helpful?
Yes.
Okay. So that's our goal, is that, you guys get what you want, not what, everybody else is getting or any expectations, but what you want. And so you all were different. And that's great. Okay. Well, tonight let me just, first of all, give you guys a couple updates. If you're in the Colorado area, make sure you guys get registered. Or if you know people in Colorado, you can still send them as guests. One of us Colorado people will be happy to host your guests for you to make sure that they're taken care of, okay? But we've got Dr. Valerie Miles in Boulder on Thursday night. And then our Saturday regional is from 9 to noon. on Saturday morning, and then Jennifer Myers has a luncheon afterwards. So get registered for that, and you can bring as many guests as you want for free. So if you're not in this area, you may want to look and see what's coming in your area and get that on your calendar, because it's really easy to build for, big speakers that come in. I know Lauren's got Wendy Campbell, and Nikki's got Wendy Campbell coming into North Carolina, so that'll be a big deal. So we want to make sure we get those big things on our calendars. Those are the events you guys don't have to do, and you've got credibility just oozing out of this company, okay? So then I'm leaving on Sunday. Mel is she's taking head of the ship starting next Monday night. And so next Monday night, she will be finishing up kind of the GoPro series, and measuring results is what she'll be talking about. And then you guys will go into Monday night action blitzes. So even if you've done one in the daytime, do another one at night. You're going to catch a whole different slew of people. And that link starting next week will change to Mel's Zoom link. So make sure you guys note that. And then when I get back at the end of February, we'll do a progression call to see what happened for you guys. And there's no right or wrong answers either. If you didn't have, the results you want, it's okay to share. We're here to all work together, okay? Let's look for the things we can celebrate, and that will go back to my link on the end of February, okay? So any questions about that? Okay, so I just want to thank everybody that's leading. Thank you, Missy, for also leading the action blitz that you put together, stepping up to do that. And of course, Mel, doing them on Wednesdays. It's been awesome. I've heard nothing but great things. So
it's been awesome.
Way to go. Okay. So tonight, let me share my screen. We've got just a little bit to talk about tonight, and then we'll open it up for questions. And can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I can't see my screen. That would be a problem. Okay.
No, I'm on the Zoom call.
If you guys have background noise, go ahead. If somebody's talking, go ahead and mute. Okay, you guys see one slide or two?
Just one.
Okay, good. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about inviting people to join the mission. Okay, so helping your prospects, people you guys are talking to, become customers or distributors, and just some little tips to kind of help you get some people started. Okay? The first thing is we want to have good posture. So I loved what Adam said in the very beginning, that he's having them watch a video before he's even talking to them about it. So, again, you guys don't want to waste your time trying to convince people, trying to talk them into anything. That's not what we're about. We are looking for people that are interested in getting healthy, people that are interested in sharing that gift with people that they love and care about, okay? And so if you don't know what to say, we're not going to go through that tonight, because we have a whole series that we did that was phenomenal called Let's Get the Conversation Started. And you can find that at teamhealthybodiesusa.com. And if you go up in the right-hand corner, there's a little icon there for YouTube, and you just scroll back a little bit, you'll find it, okay? So that is going to really help you open up the door with people, okay? So we don't want to assume that people aren't interested. I think that that's what happens, is we get afraid and we get kind of creatively avoidant, and we start thinking, oh, well, they wouldn't be interested, or, they're already on something else or whatever. Don't assume. It'd be better for you to find out. You want to give people the opportunity to say yes or no, okay? You want to ask better questions instead of saying, hey, I'm putting something maybe out even on your Facebook wall and being a billboard, maybe asking somebody one-on-one and saying, look, if I could share something with you that might help your, athletic performance for that race you have coming up, would you be interested in the information? If I sent you a video, would you watch it? Okay. So learning how to ask better questions, making it about them, which is all covered in Let's Get the Conversation. Being prepared with the right materials. Now, one thing that I love about doing Juice Plus is we don't need to carry around a briefcase full of all kinds of brochures, okay? We've got lots of tools. We do have some beautiful brochures. So I would say, if you like to have a brochure on you, pick your favorite one. I, right now, like to have the postcards, which I don't have any down here right now, but the postcards that we made up about the shred. It's shred time for me, and that's my business card. I got a couple orders from just having that in my purse a couple of weeks ago. If you are, hosting an event, you want to make sure you know what you're going to be presenting, and you want to have your order forms ready and things like that. Now, what's great too is that we can do everything pretty much off of our iPhone now. You can put orders in, you can add team members in, and you can even send people a mobile business card. So if you haven't signed up for the mobile business card, you can catch that link also under our Getting Started tab on teamhealthybodiesusa.com. I use it all the time. I love it, and it makes it easy for people to walk their way right through it. And then again, we want to ask, but we also want to listen versus talking. So a lot of times we will say to somebody, let's say that we're talking to them about Juice Plus, we start telling them all the things about Juice Plus versus asking them questions as to, well, what have you tried before? And what are you taking now? And, what in your health would you like to change? If you could change something, why is that? So kind of getting down into their space versus them trying to get them into our space. Okay. And then listen and let them talk, and they'll tell you everything that you need to share with them that will help them make an informed decision to get better health. And the most important thing is you guys detach from the outcome. Anytime I hear somebody say, oh, I don't know what to say. What am I going to do if this happens at my event? Here's the thing, you guys, it doesn't matter. Detach from that. The best thing you could do is to just go, you know what? The ones that are supposed to be there are going to be there. The ones that are supposed to be touched by me are going to be receptive, and it's okay if the others aren't. Okay. Sometimes we're just planting seeds, and sometimes those seeds grow a year from now, especially if you're just getting started, because sometimes all those people you thought for sure would listen to you, like your best friend or your mom, they may be the ones that will not listen to you at all until a year from now when they say, hey, are you still doing that Juice Plus stuff? And you go, of course I am. And they go, well, maybe I am interested. So, you just got to move past that and go find somebody that is interested. And you'll be surprised how many people actually are interested in flooding their body with fruits and vegetables. Okay. Just so you guys know, it took me 3 years to get my mom on Juice Plus. If I even said anything with a J in it, she'd put her hand up at me like this. And I would say, oh, what are you going to say that? So, and then she got sick, and I got tired of her being sick. I told her to get her credit card out because I wasn't going to pay for her, and she was going to get on it. And then her toenail, which had been stepped on by a horse like 10 years before, miraculously grew back. Who knows why, but it was after Juice Plus. And so I took her for her first pedicure as a celebration. And she told everybody in the salon that if they weren't on Juice Plus, they were idiots. And I was like, oh, good Lord. So, detach from the outcome. You just never know when that seed is going to grow. And then instead of saying, what if they say no, be thinking, well, what if they say yes? What if they say yes? I actually had this on a little Post-it note on my computer by the phone that I would make all my follow-up calls, because it was really easy to go, oh my gosh, what if they say no? Oh, I'm going to feel rejected and all of that. But instead of reframing that with what if they say yes? What if I could help them? When you think like that, your energy changes, and they're going to be more receptive to you just because you're positive and you're not putting off some weird energy that they start to pick up on, that they feel like there's something to worry about, because there's really not. Okay, especially when you're talking to people about joining your team, you want to promote yourself just as much as you're promoting Juice Plus and our company, okay? They get to work with you. You get me. We get to do this together, okay? I mean, how fun is that? I know for me that one of the largest benefits that came from doing Juice Plus is I get to hang out with my favorite people around the country more often. We have an excuse to see each other every 6 months. We get to be on a mission together, and we get to really, really make a difference in the lives of a lot of people. So don't forget to promote yourself, that, you know what, I'm doing this. You get me. We're going to have a lot of fun together, and just join me. Okay. Again, you want to ask questions. Things like, what did you like best? Did that make sense? You'll hear me do that even through our training calls. Did that make sense, you guys? It's pretty exciting, isn't it? One of the things I like to say, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? Like to flood your body with fruits and vegetables, it's kind of a no-brainer, right? What am I looking for when I'm asking these kinds of questions?
Buy-in from the other people.
Yeah. I'm getting them to talk, but I'm also getting agreement from them, right? So the more that they agree, the more likely that when I say, are you ready to get started, they're going to say yes as well. Okay, so if they need more information, like they're not quite ready to make that decision, then it's time for the next exposure for whatever that is. So that's why when I said to you guys the last couple of weeks here, you want to set up more than one event at the same time. The reason for that is because if they can't come, for some reason it happens, you have lots of people coming to that first event, and for some reason that day, somebody's, dog had to go to the vet, somebody's kid's sick, whatever. You can say, gosh, you know what, why don't you just come to the next one, which is going to be Saturday morning. Or maybe it's, gosh, you know what, I'd love to answer that question for you. What if I could set you up to talk to somebody that could answer those questions better? Would you take the time to talk to them? Or, gosh, let me send you a video and then let's chat tomorrow. Or, you know what, let me send you to my website. I want you to visit the research tab. Look through that. Do you think you could do that today or tomorrow? Great. Today, awesome. How about if we talk this time tomorrow and I can answer any other questions that you have at that time? Okay, so I'm never leaving going, okay, let me know. Okay, it's my job to make sure that I'm helping them learn more and get them involved in that next exposure, and then to hold their hand through that process and make sure that I'm following up with them. I have an appointment for that so that they can make an educated decision. Okay, so here's 4 questions. You guys got this out of GoPro. Based on what you've seen, if you were to get started on a part-time basis, how much would you need to earn per month to make it worth your time? Okay, I'm talking to somebody about joining my team here, and why am I asking these questions?
To find their need.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Paint a vision.
Yep, and why else?
To find out if they're a good fit.
Yeah, good fit for who?
For my team.
For you, right? For you and for them, right? So if somebody says, sometimes people say a bunch of stuff like, oh, I need to make $10,000 a month, and no, I wouldn't put any time into it. I mean, so then you kind of qualify them right up front, right? Approximately how many hours could you commit to each week? So I'm going to ask that question because I want to know how much time should I be committing to them to support them, right? But I'm not going to just have it be a standard for everybody because everybody's different. I'm going to do my best to kind of match up my time with what they want to do. Hey, Susie, you want to maybe mute?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay, if I could show you how to develop an income of whatever they said, working whatever they said, the hours they said, over the course of however many months that they said, would you be ready to get started? Okay. All right, and then let's talk about getting them started right away, okay? When we get somebody going, we don't want to wait. We don't want to, kind of forget about them. So many times we spend all this time, we get excited because they joined our team, and then we drop the ball because we're afraid of what to do next with them, okay? And our goal is really just to get them going right away, okay? So what we don't want to do is don't abandon them, okay? We don't want to leave them to figure things out for themselves. There's a lot of companies to do that. We don't need to be one of them, and it's not that hard to get somebody going, okay? So when you get somebody started, the first thing you do is want to enroll them in the system, get their order put in, get their distributorship put in first, again, get their order put in underneath them, and then you want to schedule a getting started call. This is right when you're having them, when you're taking the distributor information, okay? I'm not going to leave that person until I know that we're going to be talking either tomorrow or the next day. Okay, I'm going to have an appointment on my calendar for their getting started call. In fact, I tell them when they're enrolling, look, I won't even sign you up unless I know we have this. It's that important. Okay, I've got a little posture in there, okay? Then I'm going to send them to this link, which is teamhealthybodiesusa.com/getting started. Because we've got everything they need to get started is all linked right there. the links to join the Facebook groups, to join the email, to get on Voxer, the mobile business card, how to get on Zoom, all that's linked there, but then it's also linked to the mission-driven model stuff, which they can walk themselves through. So I'm asking them to do that before we talk. I tell them it'll take them about 20 minutes or so, and would they have time to do that before tomorrow? Then we're going to chat, okay? Now, I like to personally add people to our Facebook team and our customer group. Okay, I like to personally do that. I appreciate it when you guys do that, because if not, I have to look them up, because sometimes I don't know who you're talking to. And we got a lot of, foreign people that want to just post in our group. So I kind of protect that. And then I also like to personally add them to the Voxer and the email group. And if you guys are on Voxer Pro, you can add your own people to Voxer. And please don't wait to add them to Voxer. Sometimes I've had a few people say to me, oh, I didn't want to add them to Voxer because I didn't want to overwhelm them. You just made a decision that they're not that interested. Instead, it would be better for you to say, look, I want to add you to the Voxer because there's a lot of great information there. You can choose to listen to it or not, and you can kind of skip through the messages that you don't want to listen to. So let's go ahead and get you started so that you're connected to everything that I'm connected to. And then that takes the pressure off of you to where you don't have to go, oh yeah, I need to let them know this and I need to let them know that. You can go out and be working with them or finding somebody else to work with, because that's already done for you. Okay, that's a team effort.
Reagan, quick question.
Yes.
Is that for distributors and up, or customers too?
Customers, you want to add them into the customer care group too.
Okay.
But not the team group.
And Voxer and not Voxer, or yes?
No, not Voxer. So the team members go into both groups, and on Voxer, and just your customers go into Healthy Bodies Transformation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And then if you're putting people in the transformation group, please make sure that you're tagging them where the guide is, put their name underneath it, tag them underneath the guide, and make sure that you're putting something in there once in a while so that they see you. So they see you participating, okay? Even your new team members, okay? So when we want to paint some vision, we want to let them know that you're there to assist them. What you don't want to say is, I'm here to help you, okay? Or I'm going to do the work for you or with you. You're there to assist them through their 2000 plus, not do it for them. Do you guys feel the difference in the energy there?
Yeah.
Okay. I have been guilty in the past of saying, look, you know what? I am going to work for you for the next 60 days and we're going to get this done. In other words, I just said, I'm going to do everything for you. So we don't want to do it. We want to assist them in getting to their 2000 plus, okay? And again, you want to schedule a welcome call with somebody else other than you, somebody maybe in your upline, so that they can congratulate and welcome them to the team. And that's all it is a welcome to the team. And again, if you're doing one with me, I like to hear their story and, what was it about Juice Plus that attracted them and made them want to join our team. So we make it about them. And the reason is because we want to plug them into the team, okay? We want them to be part of something bigger than just you. People like to be connected to a movement. They like to be part of something. And when all of a sudden we've got the whole team loving on them, there's a good chance they're going to be more successful. They're going to have a lot more fun. And you guys have already seen team synergy is magical. I mean, when people are asking questions and somebody's stepping up and answering that question, or, I loved how Sarah posted her success in there and everybody gave her a rah-rah. It's just great. So it doesn't always have to be you, which again, takes the pressure off of you as well, that you don't have to be 100% support for them, but you can plug them into the team, and the team, we can support each other. Does that make sense, you guys?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then the most important thing is, after you've kind of taken them through the getting started call, you've set up a welcome call, which can be later or whatever. You want to just get them going. Okay. So you want to explain the 2000 plus. And I like to tell them, you know what, we're going to go for the 2000 plus, and the HLP bonus is a drive-by. Okay. We're going to just automatically pick that up when we're going for that 2000 plus. Okay. We want to make it easy for them to achieve this. We don't want to create this like this is a big, hard thing to do. It really is not that hard to do. The reason it's not hard to do is because we're going to set up their first two events where we can assist them or help them in starting to create, that list and invite people to that. And also then maybe present for them. so that they don't have to be the expert in front of their friends when they don't really know anything yet, okay? And then we also want to help them to think of a superstar friend or two that may also want to join the mission if they were to ask them. And we may want to talk to them on the phone or invite them to those first couple of events, but we want to plant that seed with those friends because you know what? It's a lot more fun to fast track with a friend. And when you go back to like Missy and Audra were a great example of that. I met Missy and Jim and I asked her, hey, who do you think, who's a superstar, great business person that you would have fun working with? And she said, oh my gosh, my friend Audra. And I said, well, could you ask her if she'd be open to chatting with us? And she said, sure. We got Audra on the phone. Audra's like, oh my gosh, it sounds great. Yes, of course I want to join the team and put my order in. And she was building for the same events that I did for Missy to fast track her. And they both fast tracked through the same 2 events. So that was pretty fun, okay? So, and then you want to make sure that they know how to invite. And we've got all kinds of different inviting verbiage, whether that it's the text stuff or it's if you go into our coaching and training folder under tools on teamhealthybodiesusa.com, we've got all kinds of different inviting verbiage that they can look through. And what we don't want to do though, you guys, and I should have put this on the do not one coming up, we don't want to email. And the reason is because most people really aren't truly reading their email these days. They're inundated with it. We want to personally invite somebody. Okay, so either through our voice or I think now especially if you're in the younger generation, a text is how people are communicating, so that works. Now, if you're working with a group of people that maybe are, over 45, 50, and maybe there's a 50-50 chance if they're text or verbiage people, text or communicators, maybe for them it would be better just to give them a phone call and invite them. So you want to talk about what they feel would be best with their friends. How do they communicate with their friends? Okay, if they're not sending emails back and forth all day long with their friends, probably not a good way to invite them either. Okay, any questions around inviting? Okay, and then the most important thing, we want to get them going because we want to help them get a paycheck quickly. How do you not get excited when you've got a paycheck coming in, right? So, now what not to do. I'll give you guys a couple things of what not to do. You do not want to, they're brand new, they just got started, they're excited, you've done everything well, and then you decide you're going to take them through the entire virtual office and show them how to do everything. Okay? You can walk them through putting their first order when they get one, and that's how they're going to learn going into the virtual office. Until then, there's really no reason for them to really be on there other than to poke around and just play with it. Okay, you do not want to teach them customer care. They haven't gotten a customer yet. We've got 4 months till one ships out anyway, and they can learn as they, after they fast tracked and they've got some customers, then we can teach them customer care, which is pretty easy. And just so you guys know, around the 20th of every month, should have went up today actually, I put up a little graphic that tells you how to do customer care. It's super simple, okay? You do not want to go through every scientific detail of Juice Plus, okay? We want to keep it simple for people. It's just a way to flood our bodies with fruits and vegetables, and everybody needs it. If we can keep things that simple, people will be more interested in sharing it with their friends and getting on Juice Plus across the board. Okay, so you also want to take a little bit of a we'll see attitude. Like, we'll see. We'll see if they, are somebody that's going to really do what they say they're going to do. We'll see if they're going to come. We'll see if they're going to get on Juice Plus. Well, we'll see if they're going to join my team. We'll see if they do anything. We'll see. You don't want to be attached to those results like, oh my gosh, my friend just joined. She's going to be great. I will tell you, everybody I thought was going to be great fizzled out, and all the ones that I was not thinking were, they're all superstars. So there you go. Okay, so don't be attached to that outcome again. And you just want to think SW, 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 SW. And that means some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting for you to talk to them, that you could change their life. Okay, and then you don't want to get demotivated if you have somebody who doesn't move forward. I see so many people that they have their first 5 distributors. They probably brought them in by talking them into it, saying, "No, you'd be so great at this. Oh my gosh!" Versus asking them and kind of interviewing them and sending them a video before they talk to them. Like, Adam, I just think that was so great that you did that. And then they're surprised when they don't want to do anything because they basically said yes just because they felt like their arm was going to get twisted off. Okay, So don't be demotivated if somebody doesn't do what they said they're going to do. Instead, be grateful for the fact that they're on your team, and they probably are going to share with maybe 1 or 2 more people at a minimum, just because you gave them a license to share, i.e. a distributorship. So we want to kind of meet people where they're at, but we don't want to let them slow us down, because we're looking for the people that are going to get us to where we want to go. And, you know, all of those people have a place on our team, and timing's everything. Sometimes people will come on board and, you know, things happen in their life, and maybe because we were nice to them and they had a place on our team at whatever position, they're able to get more active later on. I mean, Kelly Bolin, you're a great example of that. I mean, she came out doing great, and then she had life just happened to her. It was terrible. And she came back years later, and now she's here doing great stuff. So, you know, we want to make sure that we just don't stop. If I would have stopped because Kelly had life happen to her, the rest of you wouldn't be here either. Isn't that kind of crazy? But we're so grateful that Kelly's here and that she's able to share health now. So we want to hold a spot for people. Keep looking for team members that want to inspire healthy living like you do, you guys. And you want to partner with those people. That's the people you want to spend the time with. And the ones that are going to be casual, guess what? They probably don't need you to be worrying about them. They're not thinking about you. So you don't really need to worry about them, but you might want to make sure that they're on the email list and they're getting what you're getting. And maybe you're inviting them to the events that you're doing, or letting them know when a Prevention Plus is coming into town. So you want to keep inviting them, but you're not getting demotivated because they're not giving you the answer that you wish you had. Okay? Then remember, you're the leader. Leaders go first. That means you got to show up. You got to stick around. You've got to be doing the things that you'd like to see your team do. I will tell you that this is the game of show and tell. If you're not there to show and tell, people get tired of the game and go find a different game to play. You're never going to have your team stick around if you're not there. So if you want to, have this be something that's really a great opportunity for you and your family and a nice income, you want to stay engaged, okay? So let's talk real quick about promoting events. What are events? They're everything from in-home, one-on-one, Prevention Plus lectures, conferences, online, you got it, everything, okay, is an event, okay, when we say events. The reason I use the word events is because I think a lot of people are partied out, but I think when we have an event, it's event worthy. So there you go, okay? The top earners, I want you to think about this, top earners always attend conference. Okay, not everybody attends conference, but top earners always attend conference. So like GoPro said, if you're the last person standing, you probably are making a lot more money than all the other people, okay? Events also create team synergy. So when you're promoting that event for your team to come, to be involved, to play the action game, to come to regional, to come to conference, to go to the ladies event, and everybody's there together, you're creating an environment that people like to be around, that empowers them, that they feel like, oh, I'm not the only one, I'm not on an island, I can do this, if so-and-so can do this, I can do this. That's what we want to create. So we want to get those people marching up those stairs to the event, okay? So the more people in your group that attend events, the more money you're going to make. It's pretty simple. So you want to lead by example and be the first one there and first one to sign up. All right, excuses. We all have them, okay? Don't buy into them and find a way. It will work. And I know many of you, I've already said this to you during our calls, tell me what will work. So many times, whether it's for ourselves or for even people that, tell us their excuse of why they can't be on here, we jump right behind those and go, well, they can't come because blah, 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 and they don't have childcare and da-da-da-da-da, and so, gosh, they just couldn't come, versus saying, oh, well, if we could find a way for you to get your child taken care of, would you be able to come then? And get creative with them, start helping them to find a resourceful brain that finds a way for them to work this into their schedule, okay? And certainly don't be doing that to yourself. It's really easy to go, well, I can't go, I have this and I have that, and da-da-da-da, instead of, well, you know what will work? I'm going to grow this business. I'm going to touch it every day. So maybe that won't work today, but this will work today. Maybe I can't talk to 2 people today, but maybe I can talk to 4 tomorrow, okay? So you want to get your brain trained into thinking like that, because it's just a habit when we start doing these excuses. Okay, and then I just wanted to end with duplicate 5+, you guys. Okay, so when you guys are talking about growing a team of people that inspire healthy living around the world, you know, our mission. You want to go at least 5, and I would say even 7 to 10 people front line to you. And I talk about these 5 people, I'm not talking total that you sponsor. For you to find the 5 really, really good ones, you're going to need to sponsor a lot of people, because not everybody is going to be somebody that wants to run at the pace you want to run at or get what you want to get. But if you can see this, if you can think about, for me to get to National Marketing Director, I need to find 5 people that just want to get to sales coordinator and duplicate their business. That's all this is. It's really not that hard. So if you only did 2 people wide, you can see how that if everybody just did 2, you know, you go down just a few levels deep, you're at 16. If you go over here to 5, you have 625 people sharing. Which one do you think you make more money at? Remember, you're getting a percentage of all of that. Okay, so you get 780 people in your business just because you helped 5 people and didn't get caught up on the ones that didn't want to do anything, and you kept looking for people that did want to partner with you. So you guys, this week, keep setting up the events and inviting, okay? If you need help with that, please get busy asking for help on Voxer, or, you know, let your upline know or let me know. We'll be happy to help you. We want to be inviting people to join your team, okay? That's how this world grows. We're not asking our team members to go out and get 1,000 customers. We're asking you to love on, you know, around 40 people, maybe 20 couples, okay, that need more fruits and vegetables. And out of that, you'll find people that go, well, gosh, my mom needs this and my friends need this. And then you go help them share it with their market, okay, their warm market. You want to set up some 3-way calls with your upline. Let's introduce some of your new team members to your upline. And then this week, you'll be finishing the book GoPro by Eric Worre. So that was me doing a lot of talking, and now I am ready to listen to anything you guys have to say or any comments, questions.
I have a little testimonial maybe about that, like no excuses, what will work.
Okay.
Mel sent me the information for the Super Saturday that's about, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours away from me. I work on Saturdays, and so my first thought was there's no way I can make that work in like 6 weeks from now. And we only have 1 car, so I was like, I can't take the car. And then I thought about it, and I was like, well, what if I asked my husband to go, and what if he said yes, and what if I asked my manager and she let me have the day off? Worst things they could say is no, but they both said yes, so we're signed up and we're going.
Very good. Awesome job.
Thanks.
So isn't it so much more fun when you look at possibilities versus problems?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say something about how people are sometimes slow starters. This is Susie, the one that thought I was muted when my dog was being bratty. And I'm a slow starter. I have sold long burger baskets for 23 years, and I started out just, you know, kind of getting my feet wet slowly. And I feel I'm that way about Juice Plus also. I'm Missy's, on Missy's part of the team. And I have to say, though, that I feel so very good now that I'm taking this Juice Plus once a day, those 6 little capsules. I cannot believe how good I feel. I mean, I'm 62 years old. I just haven't felt this good, I don't know since when, maybe 25 or so. I just feel really good. I think my body was craving all that, all the fruits and vegetable servings in there. So I think I have a new story, you know, to tell. So that's what I wanted to say.
Susie, that is so fantastic. And so, gosh, aren't you glad everybody is patient with you and didn't say, oh my gosh, you know, now look at you. Do you think you're going to have a great story to go out and share with people just because, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So thanks,
Thank you so much.
Missy. And, uh-huh.
Thank you so much for sharing. 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 Thank you so much for Yeah, great job, Missy, on sharing with your friends, right? I mean, that's what happens.
I couldn't unmute myself. You're so welcome, Susie. It's so fun to hear you talk like that. That's great.
I would put the video on, but I was blowing snow for quite a while this afternoon, so my hair's a little wrecked. I just don't want to make such a bad impression.
Okay, well, look at, most of us worked out or just ran to the store. We don't care here, just so you know. We just keep it real here at the Juice Plus team here. So,
and I do want y'all to know that Susie lives where we have a lot of snow this year. Susie's got probably twice our snow, which is probably about 8 feet.
Oh my gosh.
It's over 10. It's over 10 feet.
Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh. We'll have to come and find you in the spring, I think. Okay. Anybody else? Was that helpful, you guys? Does anybody have any questions on helping people get started? Or if you're getting started, do you have questions?
I always have questions, Reagan. So if it's a question that should be put on Voxer, just tell me that.
Right here is great.
Okay, because I write down questions as you talk. So those Shred 10 cards that you were talking about,
yeah.
What are those? And did you make them, or where can we get them? Can you explain those a little bit more?
Yeah, Mel's going to hold hers up, I can tell.
I know, I'm just getting into my stuff.
We need to update them with the Healthy Living Revolution, but you know what? It doesn't really matter because we can call it.
Really.
Our program is Juice Plus. So whether I still like to call it transforming, because I like people to go Shred 10, then we're going to put you into the 30-day focus, which is, transforming for 30 days, and then 120-day focus, because if we can get you to that, it's a lifestyle. So Mel, hold that back up again. And so, yes, we made these because it's an easy way for me to be at coffee with somebody, and I can say, well, you start out with a 10-day jump start, we detox and rejuvenate, and then from there we move you into a 30-day focus, and then from there we keep repeating that, and you might shred a couple more times to 120 days, and then you'll have a lifestyle, and you'll never want to ever go back because you feel so great.
I think that would be awesome for me and my hair clients.
Oh, absolutely.
To have like a really short conversation and something they can take with them. So awesome.
Yeah, and so those are actually up in our tools and goodies. You can find them there.
Okay.
Reagan,
yes.
while we were out in California, we were in this really cute little restaurant in Sonoma where the tables are you can barely scoot in between them. And these three gals came in and they were just talking. You couldn't help but overhear their conversation. And the one lady said, well, I guess I'll just go back to Weight Watchers. I've done it before, but I get the results and I bounce back. And so I said I had those cards in my purse. And I said to Butch, well, we were getting ready to go. And I said, well, are you going to go to the men's room? He said, no, but if you have to go, go. I said, no, I need you to go to the men's room. So I don't know if anybody's I should have sent him outside, but all I could think about was getting him out of the way. So he says, well, I think I'll go to the men's room. And he went in the men's room and hung out for a few minutes. So I could just apologize for overhearing the conversation. And I said, I don't know if you would be interested in this, but here's the program. I was a Weight Watcher for 30 years. I know what you're talking about, the up and the down. So she said, well, she was from New Hampshire. And I said, perfect, I'm from Virginia. And so she said she'll call me next week. I don't know if she will. But Bush came out and he said, okay, I did it once, but I am not hanging out in the men's room for Juice Plus.
That's great. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Well, that's a great reason to have them just laying around and having them in your purse and being able to, hand them a card and say, hey, I don't know if you're interested in this or not, but I love to.
It just made it so easy because you could say you can start out with a 10-day program, go into 30-day. I chose to do the 120 and lost 22 pounds. And she was like, wow. So I hope she calls. We'll see.
So just a little tip, and you might have done this, and sometimes you can't get their number, but I always like to say, hey, you know what, I'd love to, hear what you think and answer any questions you have. Can I get your number so that maybe we can chat next week what day would be best? And I actually set up an appointment with them right there with my phone. Mm-hmm. And say, could I give you a call on Tuesday, or would Wednesday be better? So but you know what, Vicki?
That is one link
you'll do that.
Yeah, and to be very honest, I've gotten bold, so I'll go out there and I'll do that. But I'm not good at always doing that final little close, and I'm really trying to work on that because
that has made me more money than anything. If you can just, I'll call you, doesn't usually work out, but if I can take care of them, and say, look, you know what, I know you're going to love the program.
Yeah.
Answer your questions, and setting up that appointment.
Yeah.
Plus, it helps me not feel like, oh, I should probably call them, and if you've got to chase them around.
Yeah.
If they're worth my time, they'll set up an appointment with me. If not, they're out of my head forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So
and it puts you in control instead of them. I have to remember that.
Yeah, because now you're kind of like, I wonder if she'll call. I wonder if she'll call. That drives me crazy. I'd rather say I'm going to call them, and either they're there or they're not. But I keep control.
But I thought it's such a great visual if somebody's really in that mindset, and then you flip it over and it gives you what you're going to be doing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it, on the way that we're, sharing videos and things like that now is a really easy way to get people's phone number. Is like, if I text you a video, will you give me your phone number? Will you give me a phone number so I can text you a video, that kind of thing. And then you've got it, and that's it, and then you're able to be able to, easily follow up with them later.
Yeah. At the last conference, Vicki, it was something that Jim and we were in a Uber or something with somebody, and it was a younger person who gets the phone better than I do.
Yeah.
But she said she was in the back seat talking to a stranger that was in this Uber ride with us, and she said, "Here," and she handed her phone to the person and opened it up immediately. I don't know how you do this. Okay, she had it opened up, and she said, added a new person. She said, "Here, put your stuff, put your information in here, and I'll give you a call tomorrow." Or and it was a quick way. I thought, wow, that's really simple.
Yeah. May I ask what?
It's posture. It's posture, you guys. So if it's like, look, you know what, put your number in, and I'll give you a call tomorrow. We'll set up a time for that. You're showing that you've got confidence not only in the product, the program, but also yourself.
Yeah.
I hope you call me because I need you as a customer.
Yeah. So may I ask what videos are you guys sending people to? I feel I love the Dr. Du Bois, but it's so long, and I hear you talking about you're sending shorter links or videos. What ones are you sending?
Well, it depends on the person, but I kind of I send the one I like. So if I feel like somebody needs to watch Dr. Du Bois, I'd still send Dr. Du Bois. But I think some of the new Healthy Living Revolution, go to the Juice Plus YouTube channel. Okay. And find one that you really like, because if you like it, probably they're going to like it too.
Yeah.
Okay. With the people you talk to. And then you would just want to copy whatever the link is, turn around, and really smart to go to safeshare.tv.
I did that, and then I didn't know where it said make a folder. I didn't know what to do.
Well, it should have just let you shorten that link, and then you copy it, and then you want to make sure that the link works, and that's what you want to send them. So then it's rolling through every whatever comes up.
Yeah, I hate that. Okay, I'll try it again tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Time for any other questions or comments. Anybody have anything else?
I'm going to just wrap two of these together. So when you're doing like a text splits, I was thinking about the people in my phone contact list over Facebook, which of course attaches your face to like the, hey, how are you? If I haven't talked to you in like 6 or 8 months. So like, how do I assume that they know who I am when I text them? Like, do I say, hey, this is Heather. How are you doing? Or, like, cause they said, keep it super short, or just, hey, how are you?
I always say, hey, it's Reagan. And if I don't think they'll know, I'd say from wherever I met them. I met you at whatever. Yeah, I think, because I hate when I get texts and I don't have the number, but I don't know who it is. And then I'm embarrassed. Yeah. And I can't, because I'm like, oh, I should know who this is, right? So we don't want to put them in that position. So yeah.
Okay. And then, so I did just have an event with Mel that ended up being a 3-way call, which worked out great. But how do you follow up with no-shows? Like people that were like, oh yeah, I love the information, I can't wait to hear about it. And then you say, okay, I'll send you a link. And then you send them a link. And they, I sent out the reminder like maybe 3 or 4 hours beforehand. And I saw that people saw it on Facebook, like, cause you can see that they saw it or whatever, but then they didn't come. So how do I follow up with that?
So you sent them a link for an invitation for the event?
For the Zoom call. For the Zoom call. They were jumping on
so it was
like a Zoom event with Mel. Like it was face to face here in Virginia, but Zooming from Indiana. So we did it like together at the same time.
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that, because it would be the same for that as it would be for somebody that didn't show up at your house, which happens. Mm-hmm. And so immediately our brain, we want to start listening to the devil on the left instead of the angel on the right. We start going, oh, they probably didn't like this, or they probably looked it up, or they probably think I'm selling something. And don't do that. You want to say, well, gosh, I hope they're okay. I hope their kids are all right. You want to go, they said they were coming. And so sometimes things happen for people. And honestly, sometimes people just flat out forget. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is do not wait. Like the next day you want to, however you talk to them, you want to get a hold of them and say, oh, I'm so sorry we missed you. Is everything okay? And they will definitely give you the dog, ate their homework story. It happens every time. And you can say, gosh, you know what? I would hate for you to, miss out on this information. We're doing another one on this day. Would that work for you? Or can we just chat one-on-one, you and me? Or you must want to, can we just go for coffee or lunch, you and me? So you'll be surprised how many people really are interested, and they just forgot. I always used to joke that if it was a purse party, they all show up with friends that weren't invited, but for some reason when they're talking about health and nutrition, it literally just goes right out of the brain, even if they're intending on coming. So that's the other reason why you really want to confirm those people coming. Hey, just a reminder, we're having that event today or tomorrow, whatever. Just want to make sure you still have the link, or make sure you know how to get to my house, or whatever it is.
And if you're kind of like unsure, is that a good time to say, I would hate for you to miss it if I sent you a video, would you watch it? If I sent you a clip, like for the shred or something like that?
Yeah, I would say, are you interested in the information, into the Shred and Detox program? And if they say yes, and say, well, if I sent you a link to a video, would you watch it? So they don't get the link unless they say yes. Okay. Right. And then I don't just send them the link. I say, okay, well, listen, before I send you the link, I know you're going to have questions, and I'd love to get your opinion. And I'd love to be able to make sure I could answer those questions. So would tomorrow or the next day be better for us to just chat for a few minutes on the phone? What time works best? Then they get the link after I have that follow-up appointment pre-booked.
Good.
Okay.
Heather, where do you live in Virginia?
In Reston.
Oh, okay. I'll get in touch with you.
Don't you love that this is happening? If she wasn't on the team call, she wouldn't have a buddy in Virginia now.
I do want buddies in Virginia for sure. I kind of feel like I'm floating out here. I was just thinking about that. I was like, well, if I can think of a few team members that maybe would be good, but they're in Indiana. So how do I even help them with events? But the same way Mel did with me. So
yeah.
Lauren's in North Carolina. She's done her events, just, kind of told her what to do. And she's just brave enough. She just did them, and they all worked out great for her. So Lauren, maybe being lonely out there and kind of being your own team member, we've got you hooked up with Nikki a little bit now too, but maybe will you share with Heather how you just made it easy? She's like, how do I?
Well, so I just, I think the biggest thing for me was when I trusted the system, like what other people have done, just kind of like what we were talking about on Voxer earlier today, just copying and pasting. And when I really kind of trusted that system, that really worked for me. Because when I first started, I was like, gosh, I have no idea what to say or, how to do this. But there are so many other people who have been doing this for so long and are so great at it. So just kind of not reinventing the wheel, but just kind of following other people's lead. has been really helpful.
Hey, Heather.
Great. She's been so coachable. It's been awesome.
Heather.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's Vicky. Can you Voxer me your contact information? Because I have someone your age that is probably, she's out, I think she lives out by International Country Club and is new to our group. And it might be a good fit. Maybe you guys could chat and see if anything happens and have a buddy, because she doesn't have a buddy either.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And I will figure out how to Voxer you individually. That'll be a good lesson too.
All right. Well, you guys, we've gone, I mean, we did our stuff for 30 minutes, but you guys are great to want to stand and ask questions. I'm always happy to stay on for that. And so thank you for joining us tonight. Unless anybody has anything else, ask it on Voxer if you do. And you guys have a beautiful rest of your week. Get your stuff set up, you guys. Your days are ticking. We're almost down to 60 days left of our 90-day challenge. So
crazy.
I know. So let's get busy, busy. Have fun doing it, you guys. What if they say yes, right?
That's right.
It's awesome when they do.
It is.
They usually do if you think like that. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.